Hello everyone. So this video today is going to be a video about me and my life and being a stay-at-home mom. I figured I'd talk about my story with that. So if you don't already know, my name is Bella. I am a wife to Dylan Jorgensen, who is a tattoo artist. He's amazing. We have two beautiful girls together, Noelle and Riley, and, that's pretty much it. There's not much about me. So I'm gonna go ahead and move into talking about being a stay-at-home mom, my experience. So in the summer of 2015, me and my husband found out that we were pregnant, and at the time I was working at Toyota, and about 5 days into me finding out that I was pregnant, I had an incident on the line, and it had caused me to almost faint. My disease that I have is, sorry, I had a blank moment. Neurocardiogenic syncope, I believe is how you say it, and another term is Pott's disease. If you want to do your own research on that, you can. I won't go much into it. It's just pretty much like having like low blood pressure and then it causing my heart rate to jump up, and I have palpitations, and it's due to a bunch of stuff. So anyways, my job at the time let me go, and so from then I stopped working. That was the last job I worked, and that was in 2015. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is when my daughter was born, I decided that I wasn't going to go back to work. I constantly would hear horror stories and scary crap like happening to kids in daycares or with a babysitter or whatever, and I just, me and my husband, we thought like it's not worth putting the kids in some kind of situation when we're doing just fine right now. So I didn't work. I stayed home, and off and on, I was okay with it, and then there would be several times where I'd fall into depression and, I don't know, not really like my life at the time. It was nothing to do with my daughter or anything. I think it's just the fact that when you're a stay-at-home parent, you become super lonely, and, you've got your spouse that's working all the time, and then when they get home, they're tired or don't want to talk or whatever, and it's lonely. It's just lonely and hard. Especially from going, I got pregnant pretty much a year after high school, and, I was working, I was constantly talking with people, I had friends, I was hanging out with people. It seemed at the time, like I had a life. I had, like that basic life. And then, when you switch over, you like kind of switch gears in a way. The only communication that you have is with your child. And at the time, she's a baby. I mean, how are you going to have a conversation with your baby? You pretty much just talk to yourself. Anyways, so a lot of people would tell me, if you're lonely or, there's something you want to do, just go to work. Put your daughter in daycare. Find a babysitter. People would say it like it's so easy. And I'm sure for some people it is. But with being somebody that happened to me when I was a child, I'm not going to go into details. I just don't want to put my children in that situation. it's very hard for me. You know, it's hard. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, it's 2020 now, and I'm still not working. I'll go into that in a little bit. I want to stay on the topic with being a stay-at-home mom and talking about how it has been for me, because right now, I'm pretty much about to pass that stage in my life. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. I'm super nervous. This is like me pouring my heart out about my life, which I haven't done. I also have never been to a therapist, so this kind of feels like what you would do when you go to a therapy, I guess. I don't know, I've never been. Anyways, pour my heart out to YouTube. So yeah, back to being a stay-at-home mom. I gotta say, you know, I'm not trying to speak out there for, you know, the other moms out there, stay-at-home moms, or people who haven't been a stay-at-home parent. But for me, it was hard. It's hard to just kind of live that life because it's lonely. There's several times I was lonely. There were several times I was falling into depression. And then there's times where it was just like, I'm lonely and depressed at the same time that I don't even want to see anybody. I don't want to spend time with people. There have been several attempts of friends inviting me out, or, you know, that minute where I want to go out with friends. And then I just don't. Like, you kind of like wrap yourself in this blanket and you just don't want to come out. Like, you've been in that blanket and it's so warm, you've been in there for so long that, you know, you don't want to come out. And I feel like as crappy as a metaphor as that was, like, that's how it has been for me. And, you know, there's so many people I've made plans with and I just cancel. I just don't go because I am so socially awkward. I have not really had friends in years. Like, I've had people that I've talked to for a little bit off and on, but not like, you know, like when you're at this age, or even like how it was in high school. I get it. Life is not like high school, but I'm losing my point here. What I'm trying to say is that, like, I didn't have somebody that I can, like, repeatedly or consistently talk to. I do have, I have my sister that I talk to, but every once in a while, like, we fall out, and, like, we're close for a little bit, and then we fall out. And I feel like it could be on my part, because I fall into these things where I just kind of distance myself, and I'm just like, I don't even know. I feel like being a stay-at-home mom, like, it just changes you mentally. Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm constantly, even right now talking, I feel like I'm constantly having these battles with myself. Anyways, so my point is, I'm super socially awkward. I don't know how to talk to people. I've talked to my children the past 4 years. I'm good at talking with kids, I guess. So that's a good thing that came out of all this, I guess. Anyways, I love the job, but it's hard. It is super hard. You get so wrapped in your kids and your house and your responsibilities that you end up just losing yourself as a person. And I guess that's why, another reason why lately, I've been making these YouTube videos just as something for myself, something fun to do. It's what I loved to do in high school. I'm gonna say for myself, in high school I was really good at it. Now I'm getting back in and learning and testing out products and seeing what all the new stuff is that's out there, because I quit doing makeup for 5 years. Like, you were lucky if I left the house with some mascara on. Because when you're a mom, you don't have time to do that stuff. And, oh my gosh, speaking of, I wasn't going to get into it, but there were days where I didn't brush my hair. I mean, years it was like that, where I wouldn't brush my hair. I just throw it up. I didn't even take the time. There were times where, like, I didn't take a shower for a week, several times. I know that sounds disgusting. I'm sure some people are like, ew, like, blah, 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 your hygiene, blah, blah, whatever. Yeah, I know. But, I guess I just may have anxiety really bad. I don't know. I'm not seeing a doctor for any of this. It's another thing. I stopped going to the doctor. Stopped taking care of myself. Stopped, being a stay-at-home mom, I feel like just takes so much away from yourself. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I've been making it hard for myself. I don't know. Because, being a stay-at-home mom, there's not a book that comes with this. There's not like, oh, blah, 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 this is how everything goes. So, I'm doing my best at winging it. But yeah, I would go times and times and times without brushing my hair or just jumping in the shower. I've had several opportunities to take a shower, I guess. But here's another fear that I have. Like, I'm terrified, I can jump in the shower when my kids are napping. But if nobody's there in the house, like, I don't want to take that chance of me jumping in the shower and then somebody breaking into my house, stealing my kids. Like, that's the stuff that I think about and that freaks me out. And so I'm just like, nope, taking a shower is not worth it. I'll wait till my husband gets home or whatever. So, that's how it goes in my head. So that's why I wouldn't take a shower. And my husband, he works crazy hours, so it was hard to get a shower in. By the time he'd get home from work and I'd have dinner done or kids down in bed, I would be tired. I'd be ready to go to bed. I didn't care about taking a shower. So yeah, anyways. Another thing with being a stay-at-home mom is, you've got your house duties that you have to do. You got your laundry. God, I hate laundry. You've got, we have 2 dogs. You've got your animals to take care of. There's so many responsibilities around the house. Like, a lot of people don't think about it. They don't think about all the responsibilities that come with the house. Or I guess with being a stay-at-home mom. There's a lot. And I have a bit of OCD when it comes to cleaning and when it comes to decluttering, because I can't stand clutter. So I'm constantly just doing my best for what I can, and then I feel like crap because there's so many of these things that I haven't done. Like, I'll be busy cleaning the living room, reorganizing the living room, or moving on to the kitchen or whatever, and doing all that, I let the laundry go. And then I feel bad because I need to do this laundry, and my husband's searching around trying to find clean socks or whatever, and I'm feeling like crap because I haven't gotten to the laundry yet, and I've been busy doing everything else. So then I do the laundry, and then that's almost like a 2-3 day process. That's 4 people's laundry. And blankets, oh my God, they don't talk about how many blankets you have to wash when you have kids. Like, oh my God, that's mainly what my laundry is blankets. Anyways, so it's super, doing all that is super stressful. And God, you have no idea how bad I just want to, would love for the house to just stay clean for a whole day. I think that'd be amazing. And I would just not have to do anything. But there's always something to do. Always. I even feel bad I'm taking time out of my day. And I'm supposed to be doing washing the dishes. No, I washed the dishes last night. Okay, I did the dishes. Something else. I'm sure there's something else I'm supposed to be doing. My bathroom needs to be cleaned, I bet. And I'm taking the time I have now to do videos. It makes me feel like crap. And I have to keep reminding myself, this is something you're doing for yourself. This is something that you're doing to make you happy, to kind of put a little bit of joy or whatever. I don't know. I'm battling myself. It sucks. So yeah, I mean, that's a problem I have with being a stay-at-home mom, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling and I'm not even looking at the camera. Ugh. And then another thing to go in and talk about is failure. Failure as being a parent. And this isn't just with a stay-at-home mom. This is with any parent. You know, constantly being told, you know, or having people say something. People in their stupid little comments. I try not to listen, but I can't help it. Because, like, when I lay in bed at night and I can't sleep, it's like those words are just repeating in my brain, and I just can't let them go. And, you know, constantly people are like, oh, your daughter's this way, or this happened, or they'll be watching and something, you know, whatever, and they're like, oh, poor baby. I hate that. When so many people were out or whatever, and they're like, oh, your baby's crying, that poor baby, blah, blah, blah. Oh my freaking God, I hate it. And then I'm like laying awake at night and I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe that's not supposed to happen. Maybe I am a terrible parent. My poor child. I mean, gosh. That kind of stuff, it just like, it sticks with you. I don't know. I know so many people are like, just ignore it. Ignore it. Their opinions, their comments don't matter. But I don't know. I'm not that parent that it's like, oh, I want everybody to look at me and see I am doing this perfect, amazing job. I'm not like that. But I also don't want to be looked at from a distance and like, I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like all these people and their comments, whether they're strangers or family, like, you know, their stupid little comments, they stick in my head when I'm trying to go to sleep at night. And then I'm losing sleep. Oh my God. And then I'm losing sleep laying in bed, thinking about it. And sometimes crying about it, because it's like, what can I do? What can I do to be better? What is it that I did wrong? Like, I'm trying the best I can, and obviously it's not good enough because somebody else has pointed it out. I don't know. I guess in this video, if you're still watching, any advice would be like great, I guess, because I don't know. I feel like I'm not someone that has this in the bag or whatever. But so now that's pretty much all my craziness. I don't even think I got to like all of it, but I'm not gonna keep it on. So 2020, I am going back to work. Maybe. Hopefully. My husband, he is a tattoo artist, and he is going to teach me how to tattoo. I did do a lot of art in high school, and I would have probably kept going if I had the time. So yeah, 2020, gonna learn how to be a tattoo artist. I'm pretty excited. I hope it goes well. I hope like I get over my anxiety of my children being in the hands of somebody else. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I have been a stay-at-home mom for the past like 4 years. Like, I think there was like a month where I did go to my husband's job and like help him out there and stuff, and so I wasn't with my kids at the time. But this is like real, like legit, like, oh my God, my foot's asleep. Okay, anyway, so this is like real, like this is happening. This is about to be a career for me, like stepping off. Like, yeah, I'm not good with like words and metaphors, whatever. Anyways, so I'm super nervous. And so that is what I meant earlier when the stay-at-home mom life, like, is about to be behind me. And I'm scared. Because although I have loved it and I have, like, enjoyed being there and raising my kids and being the influence of them, like, I am super, super nervous because that's been my life for the past 4 years. It's just taking care of my kids and being there and seeing, like, everything that they do. All the funny crap that they say, like, I don't know. I'm gonna be really sad. But it's gonna be okay. Me and my husband have plans for our future. We've got them all jotted down. We've got plans. We're both hoping that we stick to this plan that we've got going, and we're gonna move further with our lives and give our girls a better life, you know? And then have that influence where they see that both parents are working, I guess. That's another thing. Don't you want your kids to see that both of you guys are working? Like, everybody would tell me that, and like, okay. What is it they say? Okay, Karen. Whatever. Sorry. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I feel like I just had like a therapy session, making you all listen to my life. I don't even know if this is gonna get uploaded. It's gonna take a lot of guts because I didn't even look at the camera. I barely looked at the camera because it really just looks like I'm talking to myself. Hi, me. Oh, sorry about the socially awkward. Okay. Anyways, if I did upload this video, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have any advice or anything, any comments, tell me, talk to me, because I'm lonely. I don't have anybody to talk to. Maybe I'll respond, because that's another problem I have, is actually keeping up a conversation with people. I need to shut up. Okay, goodbye guys. Bye.